Picture this, a sweet cinnamon sugar swirl in a soft pillow-like dough coated in a warm and delicate glaze. Now picture it 100% vegan. This recipe has been sitting in my recipe card tin for about 3 years now, while my neighbors are out here looking for dairy-free alternatives that don't taste like sweet cardboard. Because this is a vegan cinnamon roll, I made some calculated swaps so that you honestly couldn't tell the difference from the vegan to a traditional cinnamon roll. Instead of eggs, I used a flaxseed egg, which still provides structure and moisture. Instead of cow's milk, I used plant milk, and instead of real butter, I used plant-based butter. My recipe also calls for buttermilk, which I make myself, mixing a 1/4 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to a 1/3 cup of almond milk, and wait for that to curdle. Sifting flour helps remove lumps and incorporate air, making it lighter, more evenly distributed, and easier to mix into batters. The yeast is really where majority of the science comes into play. First, testing the water to make sure that it's between 110 and 115 degrees Fahrenheit. If the temperature is too high or too low, it kills the yeast, and then you could kiss soft, fluffy rolls goodbye. I let my yeast rest for about 15 minutes, so I just measure out everything else I need for this recipe while I actively wait. Now, if you're keeping count, we currently have our flaxseed egg gelling, our buttermilk curdling, and our yeast blooming. Now, do you get why I said earlier, if you lack patience, this recipe ain't for you? And if you haven't guessed the theme of this recipe, we're waiting for the dough to rise and double in size for about an hour. So that could be on top of your refrigerator, near a game console, or inside your oven with the light on. Meanwhile, read a book, go for a walk, wash some dishes, just anything, because you do have an hour to kill.